All right, folks, Jeffrey Miss with Northman Ventures here again. So welcome to part 3 of the F150, the 77 F150 walkthrough. Part 3 is, as I've told you, the interior. So there'll be a little bit of an overlap, but you know, we'll go from there. So anyway, like I've said in the previous 2 videos, this is about as original as a truck as you're going to get. Original doesn't necessarily mean in good shape, it just means unmolested. Because some of the interior panels need some work. We'll just start on the door. Driver's door, you know, they remake these, so it's not a big deal. But the important part is no rust on the door. The rest of the interior, this is as stock as you're gonna get, except for the saddle blanket, typical. Unfortunately, the dash is cracked, which sucks, but there is a method where you carve into this and you build up with fiberglass or Bondo. I'm going to try that. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have to replace it anyway, so if I screwed up, it's not a huge loss. If I don't screw it up, it means I just saved me a whole bunch of money by fixing the original dash pad. Anyway, so all right, everything else is in pretty darn good shape. We got 35,322 miles on the odometer. Obviously, I'm almost 100% sure this has ticked over. No way of knowing to be absolutely confident, but I mean, you never know, so take it for what it is. That's life, right? So it does have the original, I shouldn't say, probably a dealer installed trailer light package or trailer brake package. It is an automatic, like I said before, C6 MP205 handle there. Now the downside and kind of the big bummer for me is somebody did tear out the original stereo, cut the dash, and put in probably a CD player. I have no idea where that deck is. Didn't come with the truck, so that's kind of a bummer, but we'll see if we can't salvage it. The rest of the interior is what you see. I mean, there's really not much to it. Even the headliner's in pretty decent shape. Now, that's not to say I'm going to keep these. Yeah, I'll keep the trim, obviously, see if I can't polish these up. Should be able to, but the I don't know, I might keep green. It's not going to stay seafoam green solid. I'm leaning towards doing a 2-tone. I don't see very many of these, but a 2-tone seafoam green and the dark forest green. I really like that. It looks good, enough contrast to kind of spice it up, but kind of just a plain Jane paint job, really, just OEM. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes, but aside from the dash, all these other panels and the carpet, we got a plane going over. But aside from the dash, I think the dash is the only thing I'm really going to be able to save. I'm gonna obviously save this, but the rest of it, the carpet, both door panels here, I'm not gonna really worry about them. You know, we got a crack here, stuff like that. These are relatively inexpensive to replace, and they're all easily found, not too expensive through LMC or a smattering of other deals. The dash pad is the expensive part, so hopefully I'll be able to replace that. Now the functionality of this, this is just a fixed standard steering column. I am not going to keep this. I will either upgrade to an aftermarket, or I believe I have a factory tilt column in one of the sheds. I can't remember for sure, but at minimum, that's what's going in here. I will probably just do an aftermarket, so I can do a nice aftermarket wheel, that kind of stuff. Get a little bit more movement in the tilt, and maybe even get some extra room here. But yeah, I mean, everything else is, I mean, it is literally what it is. There's the tailpiece for the passenger side, or the right side. right side rear light. So yeah, I wish I could fire this thing up for you guys, but anyway, this is part 3 and this is the interior, but not much to this. Oh, let me cover this real quick. Now you guys might have seen one of the tanks has the fill in the cab. I don't know if these trucks had a I'll have to look, but if it had a seat or a tank behind the seat, this one doesn't have it, and I don't know if this is original or if this is something that the previous owner. All right, sorry, camera overheated. It's blazingly hot, so I'm going to cover this real quick. So I don't know if this is the original or if the previous owner did this, but we're not going to have a tank back here anyway, and I'm probably going to take this off, fill it in, and put in a nice fender mounted one anyway, but that's not an interior deal. Camera's going to overheat again, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This is part 3 interior of the 77 F150 project. All right, gotta sign off real quick. Part 3 over, interior 77 F150. See you next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, what you would do with this truck, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.